Okay guys, hope you're well. I'm going to be looking at oil for little Baldy Locks and the rest of the gang that were in the call this morning. I was in a live call this morning doing a bit of a Q&A and oil came up on the agenda. So me and my big mouth, I said I'd track it. Now it's Friday. I don't like trading on a Friday. It's not the best thing to be doing. In fact, it's borderline suicidal, but here we are because I'm a glutton for punishment. So I've done the analysis, which I'm now going to drop into the Discord for them. They've already got the breakdown video to see what's going on, but it's just turned top of the hour. So what I do with this is I break that down, and as best as I can get to, I will write down what I'm doing as well. So this is it. So they will know as we come into 11 o'clock, I'm going to look to buy this market. Now in the tracker, what I've been doing since that morning call is doing a running commentary of how this trade is going to play out. So we marked it up, had a good analysis at 9 o'clock. We looked at it again for 10 o'clock. There was nothing going. It's now presenting itself at 11 o'clock, and they've got the breakdown of what I'm looking for and how I'm going to try and trade this right the way through so they can see it. Okay, and then for the replays, they can actually come to the market call, and there we are setting away. And as you can see, there's a few of us get in and we go live together. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. We can see we're going to buy it. We're looking for about 9 pips. That's based on its ATR. And what we can see, it's falling off, which is a good thing. This is something that I want to see. So what I'll do now is we'll drop this out to the hourly and we'll have a look to see what it's pulling against. Well, it's actually pulling against that move, but the last move it pulls against is this one here. So what we'll do, we'll look at that. We can see all the trading arenas in place. And straight away, when you look at this, with not putting too much detail into it, you can see how well these levels respect. And you can look for as many magic pills as you like. These, in my opinion, trump all of them. The created by price, which is the best indicator on the chart, and it shows you exactly where this is going. So when this comes into this red zone, I'll be looking for it to bounce to return back to one of these key points. Okay, now you'll see this from a wider perspective. There's an even bigger move. So if it is pulling against this, the design for it to go higher is the one, and it's moving higher and higher. Take it down into 15 minutes. We can see it's in a range. It's now at the bottom of the range. So use your oscillators, that sort of thing. And then you can use the opportunity to move higher. I like pending orders. So I'll leave the market to come to me. So we work in between this red point and that red point with a view that it's going to stay inside this arena. If it breaks out, I'll then have to readjust it. But at the moment, I'm reasonably happy. Now, from the top of that candle to the target, so if I'm only looking for 9 pips, well, I'll easily get it before the top of here and before that next barrier. If I enter down here, I'll easily get it there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the candle away, or the order, around this area to initially go for the top of the green. Now that's quite doable. I will adjust the price down as we go to in and around this region. So let me just drop that in as we speak. Now I'm going to set it away probably halfway up this candle. Just there. Reason being is I do a 5 candle count back and I look for where the cluster, oh, it's gone into market now. The spread's clipped it, which isn't a problem. Okay, so I've only got to get it to there and I'm quite happy. All right, But basically I placed it there because it's around the cluster point of this, and you see the tail coming in. So there's a reasonable opportunity for the market to take you in at a good price, and it's going to be to the upper side, which is what we're looking for. I'm quite happy with that. So it's like 45 quid on a Friday morning that I didn't particularly want to trade anyway. And it's running on from this sort of trade that you saw yesterday. Okay. So as long as you're net positive, it's fine. Now, yesterday I'd already had DAX in at this point. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm just adding to the pot. And as long as the pot is positive, it doesn't bother me. So let's see how this goes. Now, I will be staging into this, and it'll be down to roughly the green area. So now I'm committed. I'll stage to roughly down here, but I'll have a major bounce point on here. All right. So catch you in a bit. Okay, guys, that trade is now complete. No positions running. Get the orders out. And then there you go. There's your 45 quid adding to the pot. Now, the premise of the trade was very, very simple. And I get it. What I do can look to be boring over and over. But trading should be boring. It's rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I've done the same thing for years, year after year after year. Nothing changes in trading. There's nothing new in trading. And all the fancy jargon that you see is just absolute tosh, right? High, low, up, down, that's it. That's as much as we can see and control. Now, once you understand what the direction is it moving to the high or is it moving to the low of a prior move? And what barriers will it have on its path? Now, these are the questions you need to be asking yourself. If you can answer those correctly and you know how to mark a chart, because the single most important thing you will ever do is mark a chart, but it's marketed correctly. And if you can't mark the chart correctly, you're essentially trading blind. So that's it. Get your levels into place, get your direction, and understand which high or low it's going to. And the rest of it is child's play. Now, very easy found. Find all my contact details below. Definitely go on to my website because that's the only official links that you'll ever see me kicking around. There are a lot of imposters out there trying to be me. I never contact you directly. So please pay very close attention to that. You get any direct message saying it's me, trust me, it's not. I respond to everybody, but I never contact anybody. And it's kind of the only way that I can sort of wash out the clowns of this world. Anyway, so that's another trade done. That was done for you lot. Hope you've enjoyed it. Catch you soon.